Okay, so I've got the Insta360 here, and I've got my Phantom 4 Pro, and I had this cool realization because I wanted to fly the Insta360 on the Phantom 4 Pro, and I realized that I might have the hardware to do this without having to rig something very custom, and that is Lume Cube makes these mounts that actually hold the Lume Cubes on the drone. And these things are already designed to go under the landing gear of the Phantom 4 Pro. So now what I'm going to do is check to see if the thread, I believe it's 1/4 inch thread, is correct for this, and it is. So you can see this goes right onto the Lume Cube mount. And now I'm just going to take this and click it onto the bottom here. Now, they're actually designed to go on the sides like this, and they use, whoop, I just turned the Insta360 on. Turn it off. They're actually designed to go on the sides like this to hold the Lume Cubes facing forward or down, but I'm going to put it on the bottom, and I'm going to use a couple of boxes to set this thing on so this can hang below and take off straight up, because this isn't really a good drone to hand launch. So let me go ahead and get that rigged up, and then we will fly the Insta360 and see how it does with it attached to a Phantom 4 Pro. Alright, so I got the Insta360 mounted very easily. Again, this is the bracket that normally holds on to the Lume Cube, and it basically is the same thread, so it matches. And then I just used a couple of zip ties over here on the sides in order to make sure this isn't going to slide back and forth. I have it pretty close to the center because I feel like that's going to be the best center of gravity. So what I'm going to do is actually set this on a box and a box so that it has the ability to let this down in between and it can take off that way. So let's see how it does. Okay, let's fly it around a bit. And yeah, it's handling it just fine as far as the extra weight. It's a big quad compared to a lot of them though, so that's not surprising. Now, my visual positioning system is actually seeing the camera. It's giving me VPS 0.3 feet, meaning that there's something within a few inches of the visual positioning system, and that would be the camera. So maybe I should turn that off. And look what happened. There's no camera on there. Ruh-roh. I'm gonna go see if I can find it. Okay, so you just saw that the drone came back without the camera. It must have loosened itself off of here and fallen. I just spent about 30 minutes wandering around the field over there, and I found it. camera. It's right here, and you can see it took a little bit of a hit on the top, but otherwise seems okay. It did power. It was on when I got it, but here's the even more amazing part. The card had popped out, and so I was trying to pull footage off of it to see what it looked like. Oh, I just turned it on accidentally. The card had popped out, and I couldn't find the card anywhere, and I just kept looking and looking and looking, and I found the card. This little tiny thing was on the concrete here. So I'm feeling pretty fortunate, pretty blessed at the moment to have found both these things. Lesson learned about tightening this when you put it on the drone. So I'm gonna go home, see if the footage is even usable, and we'll check it out, and then we'll try it again tomorrow when I can tighten this a bit more and hopefully not have the same issue happen again. Also gonna figure out how to turn the downward sensor off on the drone so that it doesn't see the camera as the ground. All right, whew. Pretty exciting. Really, really happy that I found these two things. Okay, so we're back. This is a few days later, and what happened is last time I mounted this thing, the Insta360, to the bottom of the drone, and I had a few problems. Number one, the sensors, the downward facing sensors were seeing it and saying, hey, there's something there, we can't go down. But fortunately, or unfortunately, the camera actually fell off, came unscrewed and fell off the mount, which meant that it could go down, but it meant the camera fell off the mount at about 200 feet. Unfortunately, I haven't been able to uncover or to recover that footage yet because the card popped out, and through what I believe to be divine intervention, I found the actual camera and the card where it fell from 200 feet, several, probably about 50 feet away from me, but I never saw it fall, so I didn't know where it had landed. So all of that said, two lessons learned. Number one, I'm gonna try it on the back like this. You can see I've got it mounted with that same bracket. This is actually how this bracket's supposed to go, the one that mounts the Lume Cube. And gonna try it facing up down like this and kind of see how that goes. I might also try it sideways like this and see how that goes. And then we'll put it on the bottom one more time. And on the bottom, I will turn off the downward facing sensors on the drone, and I will tighten it a lot more, and I'll keep a better eye on it. I'll do all those things, and I think it'll be okay. So right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take it up in this configuration. It's facing up and down with the lenses. By the way, this thing fell onto concrete from about 200 feet, and it got a little scuff on the top, but other than that, it still works great. So props to Insta360 for making their camera durable. So we're gonna go ahead and roll a video. And fire up the motor. All right, the camera seems to be secure. There's Vinny and I. All right. All right, I'm gonna take it up and out. Kind of a cool shot of the shadow. It's a really cool shot of the shadow. Oh yeah. It's gonna look awesome on Instagram. to fly it without losing the camera this time. And the cameras, the 4K Insta360 is still rolling, so we got that. Cool. So stop the drone camera, stop the Insta360. Cool. Set it back on its little perch. All right. So there we go. Drone tested. Insta360 on a drone tested.